Hi and welcome to this final edition of the National School Game Show. I'm Aloysius Emmanuel.
And I'm Fiza. Yes, you heard right, we have come to the final show for the energy season. But don't be too sad, because come September, we'll have a reunion of sorts in a 1-hour roundup show, where we have a recap of great sporting moments this year. We also have highlights of the Colours Awards taking place in early September.
Now, although this may be our last episode, we still promise to be going out with a bang. You know, we have 6 final matches this week. We have 2 from the C Division Boys and Girls Floorball Finals. We've got 2 matches from the C Division South Zone Basketball Finals for boys and girls, as well as 2 matches from the B and C Division Boys Football.
Now, throughout the National School Game Show series, we have invited you to see yourself as a part of our show, especially if we've interviewed you or your friends. You know what? Continue to share your passion.
It may be the end of the series, but it's not the end of the National School Games. We've experienced lots of exciting moments throughout the season, and we've captured all the action for you on Vox Sports as well as on www.singaporesports.tv. For pictures, log on to our Facebook page.
And we hope that you will continue to write into us. If you have any feedback or suggestions, just write into energyshow@voxsports.net to tell us what you think.
Today we'll be giving you the final contest question as well. More info on that later on. This week we'll begin with the C Division National Inter-School Boys and Girls Floorball Championship Finals. In the boys' games, there was a repeat of last year's final as defending champions Victoria School took on rivals Northland Secondary.
Meanwhile, the girls' final has 2011 champions Bukit Merah Secondary School take on 4th place Teck Whye Secondary School. Will there be any surprises? Let's check it out.
The C Division National Inter-School Floorball Finals was held at the Yio Chu Kang Sports Complex. Bukit Merah Secondary and Teck Whye Secondary were up against each other in the girls' final. The girls from Teck Whye didn't take long to put themselves in the driving seat after taking the lead from a well-placed drag shot. It was soon 2-0 when the Bukit Merah keeper fumbled on a shot before seeing the ball trickle into goal. It was cruise control for Teck Whye as they scored another goal to extend their lead. Bukit Merah did manage to reduce the deficit with a goal, but Teck Whye showed their class to take full advantage by converting their chances into goals. Despite being down, the Merahans didn't give up and they scored a few more goals to get themselves back into the game. But it was not enough as Teck Whye held on for a 9-6 victory.
I'm proud and it's a very exciting and happy feeling. And it's my last day for the CD finals and speechless.
I'm very proud of their performance. I think they have done tremendously well. They have practiced very hard for these finals. They have aspired to be the champion, and now because of their teamwork, their aspiration, they have eventually won the final.
Meanwhile, in the boys' final, Victoria School was determined to clinch the title from rivals Northland Secondary. And they got to a very good start by taking full advantage of their chances and eventually grabbing a commanding lead. Victoria completely controlled the game and kept on increasing their goal tally. Northland did manage to score a couple of consolation goals, but the Victoria boys kept piling on the pressure at the Northland goal and converted their chances. The match eventually ended with Victoria clinching the floorball crown with a lopsided 12-2 score.
They played really well. It was, a fairly dominant match. The final score was 12-2. They didn't really give them a whole lot of room to breathe. We kept pressing, and I think that's why we see the result we saw.
We are not going to take a break, so we will continue to train and then maintain our strength, and we hope to see the rest of the team again next year.
I feel very proud of my team. I feel that we did our best, and I think we deserve to win as we push ourselves to the limit. Even though we are fasting, we give it our all and try to win the finals.
For me, my motivation was basically doing well for the team because I think they deserve it after pushing themselves so hard, and I will work harder and try my best in the future.
Victoria School has definitely stamped its superiority in the Floorball Championship with that commanding win over rivals Northland Secondary School. As for the girls' final, I really never expected Teck Whye Secondary to be defeating Bukit Merah Secondary.
That's why sports is so exciting, Aloy. Nothing is for certain. And we're going to see more uncertainty in the highlights for the top 4 title contenders in the C Division Girls Hockey Semi-Finals.
The Sengkang Hockey Stadium was the venue for the National Inter-School Hockey Championships, C Division Girls Semi-Finals. The first semi-final saw CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls School and Teck Whye Secondary School battle it out for a spot in the final. Both teams had their fair share of chances to take the lead, and it seemed that it was anybody's game and there was no guessing as to who would score the opening goal. The girls from St. Nicholas and Teck Whye took turns to take their shots, but neither side was able to convert their chances. The Teck Whye Secondary girls had opportunities to put the ball into the back of the net with several short corners, but the St. Nicholas Girls School goalkeeper managed to pull off impressive saves to keep her side in the game. The girls from both teams continued to play hard in search for the all-important opening goal, but could not find a way to pry open their opponent's defence. The match eventually went into the dreaded penalty shootout, and it was St. Nicholas who came out stronger with a 4-3 win. Meanwhile, the girls from CHIJ St. Teresa's Convent and Crescent Girls School had a similar experience in their game. The match began with few early chances for Crescent Girls to score the opening goal, but to their dismay, the St. Teresa's goalkeeper was determined to ensure that it did not happen by pulling off several good saves. Throughout the game, more effort and hard work was seen from the girls from St. Teresa's Convent. They were seen to be very focused to take every chance to score, ensuring they had an advantage to take the lead in the game. The Crescent girls were hopeful with their short corners, but the St. Teresa's goalkeeper continued to deny her opponents their all-important goal. Both teams were unable to put the ball into the back of the net until after extra time and had to face the dreaded penalty shootout once again. It was a fierce challenge as both teams were put to the test, but a poor shot managed to give St. Teresa's the win. The girls from CHIJ St. Teresa's Convent managed to defeat Crescent Girls 2-1 in the penalty shootout.
I think our team did really well because we all played our hearts out and we did our best. I'm really happy that we won this game.
Hockey is a fast-paced and demanding game. It is definitely unforgiving to any side that slips up or doesn't have the stamina to keep up. We're definitely going to see an exciting final as St. Teresa's Convent take on defending champion CHIJ St. Nicholas Girls. Now it's time for a short break. We'll be bursting with action when we return. We have the C Division Boys Football Finals, interviews with the table tennis team and 2 gymnasts who participated in the ASEAN School Games.
And that's not all. We have highlights and results of the C Division Boys and Girls Basketball Final. And don't forget, we have our weekly contest details coming up as well. So keep it here on the National School Game Show. See you soon.
Thanks for keeping it here with us on the NSG Show 2012. Do you guys remember last week's contest question? You mean you don't? Okay, let me help you. We had actually asked you who and when was rugby invented.
Oh, we had a great response and some interesting input as well. But unfortunately, we don't have the time to share it with you. Alright, so the answer for the question where was rugby invented and by whom is, it's in the town of Rugby, Warwickshire, England, by William Webb Ellis on November 24, 1806.
Wow, fantastic, Fiza.
Yes.
And I'm really sure that many of you who have answered the question are rugby fans. So just hear from us as we will let you know who has won the prize and when you can collect it from us. Congratulations.
Well, coming up at the end of today's show is this week's contest question. The Olympics is in full swing now in London. We definitely will keep to the Olympic theme with our question. And if you send in the correct answer to last week's contest question, remember, 7 of you stand a chance to win vouchers totaling $300. Let me tell you that our prizes are proudly sponsored by Western Corporation, Singapore's premier soccer store.
We mark the closure of this year's C Division Boys National Inter-School Football Championships with the grand final between last year's bronze medalist Hongkar Secondary School and this year's surprise package Tanjung Katong Secondary. In the bronze medal playoff, it's last year's runners-up Victoria School taking on Jurongville Secondary School.
Let's keep our fingers crossed for all the teams.
Millennia Institute was the venue for this year's National Inter-School C Division Football Championship 3rd place playoff and final. The first match of the evening saw Victoria School play Jurongville Secondary for the bronze medal. And it was Jurongville who started brightly of the two when they took the lead from a free kick from Primal Watts, deflected on his way to goal. Victoria went in search of the equaliser but was nearly rewarded when a mix-up between the Jurongville keeper and his defender nearly cost their side. It was 2-0 moments later when Jurongville converted another free kick when Primal placed his header from the cross beyond the reach of the Victoria custodian. Victoria had a glorious chance to reduce the deficit, but their free kick was neatly cleared off the line by the Jurongville defence. The boys in yellow continued to pile on the pressure in the second half, but were let down by poor finishing and smart saves from the Jurongville keeper. Victoria saw yet another chance gone begging when a neat finish hit the target, but just could not beat the keeper. The match ended with Jurongville claiming the bronze medal with a 2-0 win. In the grand final, Hongka Secondary School was up against this year's surprise package Tanjung Katong Secondary. Fans from both sides filled the stands cheering their teams on as Hongka started well, creating early chances to get the early goal. Hongka did eventually take the lead when a ball from the middle saw their forward through on goal, but his shot rocketed against the upright and his teammate managed to tuck in the rebound from close range. The second half saw a more positive Tanjung Katong team, and the efforts were rewarded when a searching ball from midfield found the TK striker who coolly lobbed his shot over the on-rushing Hongka keeper to make the score 1-1. Hongka had a very good chance to seal the game but just could not break a very good TK defence. With the scores tied, the match eventually went into penalties and Hongka emerged victors, winning by a 4-2 score.
With determination, we claim the champions. We waited for years to win this, and then we claim it. Thanks to all my coaches, my players, for great determination to win this cup. Thank you.
Our message for the boys is that today they must go out, enjoy the occasion, enjoy the game, express themselves, play the way they have been playing all this while, and enjoy the final that they're working hard for so long. Doesn't matter the result.
This is really a dream come true for us because we have been working so hard for it. And today, as you can see, our boys are nearly half the size of our opponents, but look at the way they fought. And this is exactly what we've been teaching them. Discipline, boys, discipline, and never give up. Not until the very, very last whistle.
I think that all of them were heroes today. All of them played like heroes, played like winners. We didn't get the gold medal, but in my mind, they are winners because they gave everything. They did themselves proud, they did their parents proud, and they did the school proud. We are all very, very proud of them.
Now remember last week you met the badminton pair who won the mixed doubles at the 4th ASEAN School Games in Surabaya, Indonesia? Well, this week we're going to introduce you to more of these national school athletes who have not only made their school but also Singapore proud. The table tennis team consists of players from different schools in Singapore who crowned the overall champion, winning 3 golds, 3 silvers and 3 bronze.
We also get to meet 2 petite gymnasts, both of whom won individual gold medals and together with others shared the silver medal.
I think my strongest event is the floor exercise, and I think the Thais and some of the Indonesian girls they are quite strong in their floor. Like some of them had like harder skills and stuff, but I guess they weren't as tidy, in their landings. So.
It's a bit difficult catching up after you go for a competition and you come back because you miss a lot of lessons. But like through the teacher's guidance during recess and everything, I'm still able to catch up with my studies.
I think it was a bit tough, but my friends and my teachers helped me to like collect worksheets and notes. I think my parents and my coaches would be who I want to thank, because my parents, because they put in a lot of effort in fetching me and like helping me.
It was very good because through this competition I gained valuable experience which are helpful to me in my future competitions. And above all, I got to know more about the other countries' cultures and history.
From this competition, I look up to players from Thailand because they had very strong determination when playing their matches. I guess before the matches, sometimes we got worried, but overall it was a very fun experience.
It was a tough competition for each of us, especially during the individual. Thailand was the very strong component to me. Although I lost the competition, I was still very satisfied with my performance.
It was a memorable experience as I learned more about the sportsmanship from other countries.
The competition standard was quite high and we faced many challenges along the way, but I was very glad because my teammates and I worked together to overcome all the challenges, and in the end we were able to bring back the gold medals.
感觉第一次打还是比较紧张，但是后面慢慢会好一点。感觉这次除了赛场上打的吸取了很多经验以外，跟外国的朋友有交流很多。
I would like to thank our manager, Mr. Lim, and both coaches. They took extra care to ensure that we, the players, can play well and can more concentration to focus on the competition.
The nature of the competition format is that they have mixed doubles and doubles. So the challenge is to get all of them together for training, to get them to pair up for this competition.
Well, I hope that we will continue to do well. We have maintained our standing. We are still ranked 1, though we have hoped to win more, but we will have 3 golds, 3 silver and 3 bronzes.
Now I know what it really means to have to balance your schoolwork and still dedicate your time to your favorite sport. It's all about determination and passion. We are all very proud of our students who have achieved so much in their sport and yet still do well in school. Later on in the show, we'll get to meet up with our ASEAN School Games swimmers.
Right now, we have lots of thrills and spills in the C Division Boys and Girls Basketball Finals.
The C Division Converse National Inter-School Basketball Championships South Zone Final for boys and girls was held at the Jurong East Sports Complex. Competing for the first place were the girls from CHIJ Toa Payoh and Singapore Chinese Girls School. The first few minutes of the game saw the Singapore Chinese girls show off their confident and precise throws that got them to a good start. Meanwhile, the CHIJ girls took every chance they had to take a shot. However, the girls from the Singapore Chinese Girls School seemed to have more control of the game, with more chances to throw the ball into the net. But when they failed to put the ball in with a few ambitious throws, the CHIJ girls did not hesitate to get their points. Throughout the game, the Singapore Chinese girls showed that they were more aggressive and were a stronger team as compared to the CHIJ girls. It was definitely a hard-fought game between the girls. The game eventually resulted in a Singapore Chinese Girls School win, defeating the girls from CHIJ Toa Payoh, who had to settle for second place.
We didn't give up, then we actually won the South Zone champion.
We did it as a team. We did it as a team and we trained together and everything.
Meanwhile, it was the boys' turn to show their skills. The boys from Catholic High School and Pechai Secondary looked more than ready to start the game. The game started with Catholic High School's urgency to get some points on the scoreboard. With some impressive interception that caused the Pechai boys to lose possession of the ball, the boys from Catholic High School continued to score. The game started to become more fast-paced with impressive runs, turns and passes. Soon the Pechai Secondary boys managed to redeem themselves. With more accurate passes and precise turns, they were able to get their points on the scoreboard. That had definitely given them the boost in confidence to take every shot and try to lead the game. However, the Catholic High boys ensured that they would need to step up their game. They seemed to look like the more determined team in the game and were successful in defeating Pechai Secondary School for the South Zone crown.
Now there were really some stylish moves on the court from both the boys and girls. They made it look so easy. Well, coming after the break, get ready to jump into the pool to meet our swimming team who were all medal winners in their own right at the 4th ASEAN School Games in Surabaya, Indonesia. We'll also round off the show with the B Division Boys Football Championship. Oh, and don't forget, we still have our contest question coming right up.
Welcome back to the National School Game Show. Well, I'm very sure that many of you may have caught the amazing opening ceremony of this year's London Olympics. There are so many events to watch and my head is just getting dizzy just from the thought of it.
Don't worry, Aloy. I'm here to put your head straight back again if you spin out of control.
Oh, sure. But can we get this week's contest question, please?
Of course. Okay, this is a really simple question on the Olympics. When and where was the Olympic flag first flown at main stadium and other venues of the Games? When and where was the Olympic flag first flown at main stadium and other venues of the Games? Well, just email your answer to this address with your full name, IC number and contact details. Remember, 7 of you stand a chance to win vouchers totaling $300. And our prizes are proudly sponsored by Western Corporation, Singapore's premier soccer store. Well, we promise you we'll catch up with our medal-winning swimmers who made us proud at the 4th ASEAN School Games in Indonesia.
Well, together they amassed 20 medals and they will be sharing with us their thoughts on their training and work as well as their experience at the Games.
To be able to compete is really a good thing. To be able to represent Singapore and your school is like a bonus thing, and to be able to be like with your friends and all is just like, yeah.
The part which I learned most from was when we were standing as a team and we were singing the national anthem very loudly together, as I could feel the unity and the team spirit. Yeah.
It's an honor, and like of course I'll be very happy, and and I want to like do Singapore proud, yeah, and my school also, because I'm representing them, yeah.
It's like moral support is very important. If everyone keeps like giving you bad comments, you won't be able to like succeed in life. But then if everyone is behind you, supporting you, you're able to go very far. So it's like, yeah.
Actually, I first came here is like quite hard for me because when I was in Thailand, I didn't train like as hard as I come to Singapore because my coach is Coach Barry. When I train with him for a while, then I get to used to his set and understand him more, and like he always like encourage me to like train hard and like race well. I do my best and yeah, train very hard.
I was actually very thrilled that I get to participate in the ASEAN School Games because I know it's a very significant and it's a very prestigious competition, that so I feel very honored to be part of this team. And
I also felt like it's a very good place for me to race and gain experience, especially racing with other bigger boys, more experienced swimmer from overseas. Yeah, try to get most out of it and give the best I can give for the team and for Singapore. I would like to thank my parents, my coaches, my friends, my school teacher that have been like making up a lot of lessons for me, and the team manager, Mr. Mui, and the coaches in the team, my teammates.
I would like to thank my parents, my schoolmates for helping me catch up with my work, my teacher for recapping a lot of topics, and obviously my coach for spending time with me throughout my duration of training.
This year, Singapore schools sent in a contingent of 182 student athletes and we came back with 14 gold, 16 silver and 18 bronze medals. And who knows, next year you may have your chance to represent us at the 5th ASEAN School Games in Vietnam.
And now for culmination of today's show, we'll bring you the highlights of the B Division Boys Football Final between last year's bronze medalist Hong Kah Secondary School and the bronze medalist for 2010 Sengkang Secondary School. Let's see who won in 2012.
A bronze medal finish was at stake as Serangoon Secondary School took on Siglap Secondary in the National Inter-School B Division Football Championship, third place playoff match at the Hougang Stadium. Both teams were eager to claim the third place and Serangoon Secondary signalled their intention with an early goal from a corner. It was 2-0 soon after when Serangoon's Ko Yuta calmly controlled the ball, took it past the keeper before slamming it into the back of the net. Siglap didn't give up and managed to pull a goal back after some fine work by skipper Mahathir released his teammate who coolly chipped the ball past the Serangoon keeper. Siglap equalised moments later when a mix-up in the Serangoon defence allowed a Siglap player to shoot at goal. The ball was unfortunately parried by the goalkeeper onto the path of another Siglap player who made no mistake from close range. Serangoon fought back and took the lead once again when a beautiful cross from the right flank was nicely headed in at the far post by captain Muhammad Nazrul Jofri. But Siglap had other plans in the second half when they equalised again after their player latched onto a pass and superbly placed it past the keeper. There was still drama late in the game when Serangoon was awarded a penalty and Selvendran coolly converted the spot kick to give his side the win and the bronze medal. Hongka Secondary and Sengkang Secondary were involved in the final of this year's competition. Having already secured the C Division title, Hongka was looking to complete the double in front of a sellout crowd. But they had to overcome a strong Sengkang side which was determined to make the best of their first ever final appearance. Both teams had early chances to take the lead as they battled hard to outdo each other. It was no different in the second half as both teams upped their tempo and went all out to score the opening goal. But both goalkeepers were at the top of their game, pulling off several key saves. With the score goalless till the end of extra time, the result was to be decided by penalties and Sengkang was unlucky not to have converted their opening kick. Hongka took advantage and their keeper Hamza Fazil pulled off a good save to give his team the lead. In the end, it was Hongka who scored the deciding penalty to claim the B Division title and do the double.
We barely won national championship because our last year boys we claimed third. So this year, I think this wins for them.
Long journey. It was tiring sometimes, but I think it's all worth it. And I think the boys with a tremendous support, they did very well.
They train hard. Every single day they'll be training and they put in the hours, they put in effort. So I'm really very proud of him. Yeah.
So did you expect that result, Fiza?
Not really, no.
Well, congratulations to Hongka Secondary School for clinching the B Division Boys Football title.
That was really a great end to the whole show and sadly to the whole National School Game season.
But don't worry, we will be back in September as we have our reunion as we showcase this year's great sporting moments in our 1 hour special.
I'll be looking forward to that, Aloy. We'll also have highlights from the Colours Awards and we'll get to know who's the best male, female athletes, the top schools and a lot more exciting awards.
So look out for announcements about our roundup show in September. Alright Fiza, it's time for us to go.
Yes, but don't forget to visit our website at this address to comment, like or share our stories with your family and friends. Remember, share the passion.
Also remember to join our NSG family. Simply like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter for all highlights and updates.
And we would like to thank all our presenting partners and sponsors. Thank you so much, we really had fun.
It's been a privilege hosting this NSG show and for us to get to know you guys on the ground and in the other schools as well. And for the last time, it's me, Aloysius Emmanuel, signing off.
And I'm Nurul Hafiza.
Take care and see you soon. Bye-bye.